Hi and welcome to Annecy in beautiful France. Today I'm going to take you on a walking tour through this beautiful medieval town. Let's start our walking tour at the Gare d'Annecy, the train station, which might be the starting point of your explorations of this beautiful town. From the train station, we're going to head into the Vieille, the old town of Annecy, which offers some of the most picturesque corners that you may see in any medieval town here in France. Annecy has about 130,000 inhabitants and is located in the Savoy region of France. It has a long history and was initially ruled by the Counts of Geneva's dwelling in the 13th century. In the 14th century, the Counts of Savoy took over and the city became Savoy's capital in 1434. During the Calvinist Reformation in Geneva, the bishop took refuge in Annecy. And Annecy played an important role in the Counter-Reformation. With the annexation of Savoy in 1860, the city became part of France. But it was only in the 19th century when Annecy became a favorite for travelers and tourists, and it has ever been a favorite since. The city is welcoming tons of tourists every year, and one can see why. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. Let's take a walk through the old town and we're going to head up to the Chateau where we can see a museum. What I particularly enjoy here walking along the canals of the city center is the colorful houses on both sides of the canals. And the city is doing an amazing job at putting flowers everywhere, and that makes the city look even prettier. There's tons of restaurants that line the streets and small alleyways of the old town, the Vieille Ville of Annecy. And while I didn't try the food, I'm pretty sure you can get a really good meal here. restaurants that line the streets of the old town. And it looks like a market is just wrapping up that is taking place every Sunday morning here in the streets of the old town of Annecy. Cathedrale of St Pierre, which is the main cathedral in Annecy, and it doesn't look like much from the outside, and that's because this cathedral, while it was built in the 1500s, it only became a cathedral in the mid-19th century. But let's go inside and check out the interior of the cathedral. Let's take a walk through the old town, and we're going to head up to the Chateau that also houses a museum. Alright, let's head to the Pont, which offers maybe the most famous photo opportunity of all of Annecy, and that is the view of the Palais de Lille, which is a 12th century small palace that sits on a tiny island in the middle of the Thiers River. This medieval palace was the home of Geneva-based noble families and has stood the test of time, and it's as beautiful as ever. And of course, it makes for amazing pictures, and you're not going to be the only one on this bridge. In the 17th century, this palace became a prison, and then after the revolution, it had many different functions as a home for veterans and was also used as barracks. Nowadays, it contains exhibitions about Annecy's architecture and history, and you can take a look around the old courtroom, the dungeon, cells, and the chapel. So I'm now reaching the Pont des Amours. And legend goes that when lovers kiss on this bridge, their love will last forever. Needless to say that from the Pont des Amours you have fantastic opportunities for taking pictures of the lakeside and as well as into the Canal du Vassier. I've now reached the Jardin de l'Europe, and it's hard to find a prettier park with a more impressive panorama than this beautiful city park that is at the southern end of Annecy, right next to the lake. Annecy is sometimes called the Venice of the Alps, and that is not an exaggeration because it has several canals that go through this pretty town, and it's bordered right at the clearest lake of all of France. The water quality is so amazing here that you can see all the way to the ground of the lake here. And I'm of course not the only one who is appreciating the beautiful lake view here at the lake shore of Annecy. I've now reached the statue of Claude Louis Berthollet, who was a Savoyard French chemist who became a vice president of the French Senate in 1804. He was so famous in France that he even taught chemistry lessons to Napoleon. The watercolor of the lake and the canals is unreal. It's turquoise and it's so crystal clear. Really, really amazing. That was it from Annecy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please also check out my other videos on beautiful France. There's so much to see in this beautiful country, and give this video a like and leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope I see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.